Today we're going to talk about negative thought patterns, right? And the first thing which I want you to realize is any negative pattern that you have is not you, right? First clear distinction you need to make from anything that triggers your mental state is that it is not you, and it is merely arising and you can see it. And the fact that you can see it means that it is not you, because whatever you can see on the outside means that it is not you, right? For example, what I've written here, I can see it. This whole board, I can see it, right? The camera which I'm using, I can see it with my eyes. You watching this video, you can see this video, right? If you look around you, you can see stuff around you. Does that mean that those things are you? No. And so it's been made like a, I don't even know, like a conception to think that your thoughts are you, when in essence, your thoughts are not really you. You're merely someone that experiences the thoughts that you're having, right? An example I'm going to give you, right, of negative thought patterns, which I've certainly had in my life, is when I'm rock climbing. Because what I do is, right, I'm going to put like a video. When I'm rock climbing, even when I'm climbing, I'm looking sick, right? But what happens is I'm getting thoughts in my head. I'm like, yo, you can't do it. Why are you climbing like this? Why is your foot like this? Why is your hands like this? You're weak. You're gonna fall halfway there. Like, you get those scary thoughts as well, but at the end you just get to the top. And so what happens is these negative thoughts, they try to stop you, but instead of suppressing them and pressing them down, sort of like let's say this is a negative thought, right? Let me just rub this off. Let's say this is a negative thought which is arising, and this is, I don't know, man, like a brain. It looks like bread though, but it's brain. It's supposed to be brain, right? Let's say negative thoughts coming onto your brain. What you try to do is you try to push this off, right? You try to, yeah, I don't want a negative thought. I'm just gonna forget about what negative thought I'm having, and instead I'm gonna focus on the positive, right? So let's say there's something influencing your positivity and negativity, right? You have, let's say this is your brain again, but it looks like a bread. But you have a negative side and a positive side, right? What happens is this negative thought comes at your head, right? It's like you get negativity, but then what you think is, yeah, I'm just gonna think some positive thoughts, and so it will change, right? But what in essence actually happens is when you dodge negativity, you don't go towards positivity. What really happens is you just give that negativity more power, because now you have the attention towards it. And when you have your attention, right, because attention is a key asset, and what you place your attention on grows. And so what you're essentially doing is running away from the negative thoughts, when in essence it's not the thoughts that you're running from, it's the feeling behind the thoughts that you're running from, right? I want you to peep this right now. Any thoughts, right, any thought which scares you, it's not the thought itself that scares you, it's the feeling behind it, right? For example, if you have like a relationship, for example, and the thought of breaking up with your partner scares you, it's not the actual breaking up which hurts you, it's the feeling behind it. It's the feeling that you'll be lonely. It's the feeling of abandonment, the same way maybe your father abandoned you when you were a kid, right? And that is how this vessel works, right? It's not about thoughts, it's not about linguistic logic and stuff like that. It's merely feelingness throughout your body. And so what I merely want you to understand from this is you need to recognize what patterns you have when it comes to your thoughts, because what governs your mind is the thoughts that you have, right? And what creates your reality is the thoughts that you have. For example, let's say this is you, right? A nice little happy stick man. This is you. And what happens is you, throughout the day, let's say this is your day scale, right? This is like your whole day. And throughout your day, your mood fluctuates between good and bad, and good and bad, and good and bad. And naturally, sometimes people have like a bad mood, but sometimes you have like a good one, and it just go kind of like that, right? And so what essentially happens is you're not really in a constant mood all the time, but you gotta like plot the graph and stuff like that. I'm not really good at that, but you gotta plot the graph and see what your average mood is. But you really gotta realize is that it's normal to have good feelings and bad feelings throughout the day. It's not like you're some AI that's been made to act a certain way and behave a certain way, right? And so you've got to realize that it's merely in the patterns that you recognize it. What happens is you get a thought about something that you did, and you think, like a bad person, right? And the mere fact that you get that thought is because something in the past occurred or something is triggering you, which signals that you are that person. It's bringing back those same feelings again. And so what you've mainly got to do is understand that pattern and be aware of that pattern, right? Because what I'm going to show you is crazy. You are, since I've told you in the start of the video that you are merely the experiencer of the thoughts and you are not actually the thoughts, what you can do now is, let's say you're having your thoughts, right? So you're having like a bad thought, right? Let's put bad inside. Instead of viewing it from your own perception and thinking I'm having a bad thought, who is even the one labeling that thought, right? Because you got to realize the mere essence of you is just observing everything that passes by. The fact that you can see that it is a bad thought means that you are aware of that thought in the first place. And when you're aware of the thought, you realize that you are not that thought, right? And so what I'm mainly here to get at is you are not your thoughts. But at the same time, whatever you're consuming, whatever you're pumping into your body, it can be food, it can be music, it can be the frequencies, it can be, I don't know, my radiation around you. Whatever you pump into your body can be transferred into your language and stuff like that, and then you can have all this language. Because I'm going to tell you like a quick thing which I've noticed in quite a lot of people, right? In school, what I see is a lot of people, when they do something bad or they don't have the luck, let's say for example something bad happened to them, right? They got detention or something. What will mostly happen is they will have this, like, I don't even know, like vicious language about themselves, like, oh, why did I get detention? I'm gonna kill myself. Like, I'm like, what? Are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know, man, but that's just what I've noticed. But with that being said, another thing which I got to realize is positivity, right? A lot of people have this thing where positivity is something that needs to be achieved, that needs to be like, you need to go towards it, right? But what I really want you to realize is positivity is here right now, right? It's here right now. And what most people confuse this for is they think that it's something that you need to go and reach out your hand and you can get it out of nowhere, right? But let's take, for example, someone that wants to be more positive, right? Let's say they're here. They're going to look for ways to be more positive. They're going to look for, oh, videos. Oh, look at this person making food. I like that food. They're going to look at, oh yeah, lighting up a candle, for example. Or, let's go to the gym. Let's read a book, right? Let's spend some time with family. Let's go do something fun with my friends. But what they're placing themselves in is the box of not positive. The reason why they do these things, right? The reason why they do, oh yeah, I want to go spend time with my friends, is because they believe that they are not positive. But what if you already are positive, and instead of looking up for it, you just have it within yourself and it's just been toned down? And so what you mainly got to understand with positivity is that it is your default state. Do I mean you need to be positive all the time? Hell no, you don't need to be positive all the time, because that's just fake. That's not authentic. And so what you've mainly got to understand, however, is positivity, or that love and joy that you have, the pure childlike spirit that you have, is merely just within yourself. And it's not the destination to get to, though, right? You've got to make a clear distinction. You can't be positive all the time, but that is your default state. And so when you're positive, you can't really chase for it, right? Because you're in the chase for positivity, but you just need to relax into it. And so another thing which I want to show you about positivity is that a lot of people are like fake about positivity, because you can't really be positive all the time, right? Because the nature of life is boom, 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 boom. It's ebbs and flows, right? This is what I preach in every one of my videos. It's just ebbs and flows, right? And so you can't really go on to like the positive side all the time, because there's going to be a downfall. Does that mean it's over? No, it's going to be an up. It's going to be an up again. There's going to be a down again. It's going to be up again, down again. But you are not the ups and downs. You're merely the observer of these ups and downs. And so with that being said, positivity is not a destination that you can get to. It's merely the moment right now. You can choose if you want to be positive, right? Just how there's moments where you just feel kind of down or sad all of a sudden. Why not just make this moment all of a sudden you're just happy for no reason, right? And so with that being said, I hope this video helped you. This was a comment recommendation from one of my subscribers, so if you would like a video on a specific topic which would be able to help you, just let me know in the comments and let me know what you thought of the video. And I don't really tell people this too much, but when you comment on my videos and stuff like that, it really makes me very happy, you know what I'm saying? And so I hope your day's going really well. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.